pick it up at the end of the school
Good
year.
evening, staff, administrators, board members, friends, family, and fellow soon-to-be graduates. This day has finally come. Since the first day of senior year, every single time the concept of graduating came up, all of my friends would become emotional, and I was always the only one who literally couldn't wait to graduate. I was ready to move on to better things. I fancied the idea of a fresh start in a place where the tractor population didn't exceed the human population. But now, all those thoughts of moving on to better things are finally a reality, and frankly, I've been an emotional wreck. So please excuse me if I start to tear up during the speech. My mom is probably smirking in the bleachers somewhere right now, saying I told you so, for every time she told me not to wish my senior year away. Let me tell you, Trace Adkins was not kidding when he said you're going to wish these days hadn't gone by so fast, because these really have been the best 4 years of our lives. I don't think any of you will disagree when I say that the memories we made here will stick with us for the rest of our lives. Now I'm sure we can all agree that it hasn't been a perfect 4 years. There were definitely some less than glamorous parts of high school. The seemingly endless hours of homework every night that led us to believe that tired was not only an adjective, but part of our personalities. And the tests we stayed up all night studying for and still wound up failing miserably. Not to mention the pointless drama that made a teenager's life 10 times more complicated than it needed to be. I cannot believe I am finally saying it, but we survived all of it. No matter how many times we told ourselves or our parents that we couldn't do it. Luckily, the good times of high school definitely outweighed the bad. The Friday night football games, the long, way off-topic conversations we could get our teachers to have with our class to get out doing actual work for the day, the constant refreshing of our Twitter feeds to see if Supermuzz was going to cave into all of our friendly suggestions to call a snow day, and we can't forget the excitement that filled the halls when everyone heard there was going to be a fight after school. Being a part of a high school where I can name every single person that I pass in the hallway has been quite a blessing. This school, the class of 2016 in particular, has a bond that I feel most are not fortunate enough to have. A bond that allows us to feel comfortable, starting a conversation with absolutely anyone we walk by. When and if we leave this town behind, we will always have a little piece of Armada with us. Many of us may move away, some of us farther than others, but I have no doubt we will all remember the town that raised us. We would not be here today if it was not for the teachers, coaches, and staff that pushed us beyond our limits. Not to discourage us, but to force us to rise to the occasion and achieve what we were truly capable of. No matter how many unkind choice words we mumbled our breath each time a teacher assigned more homework than we thought we could handle, it is easy to see, in hindsight, that it wasn't to make us struggle, but to prepare us for the future. I'm sure I'm not the only one who thought I wouldn't be able to make it if the school day were even a second longer. Yet our teachers were there before us every day and left long after many of us, working so that we would benefit, because they wanted to see us succeed just as bad as, if not more than, we wanted to succeed. We also cannot forget to thank our parents for figuratively and perhaps even literally holding our hand through it all. Like many of the roads in Armada, our journeys may have had a few bumps along the way, but persevering and finally arriving at this destination was worth every ounce of effort we put into it. Some of us will be going away to college, some to trade school, some will work right out of high school, and others will go into the armed forces. I ask that wherever this next step takes you, please don't forget where you came from as you make your mark on the world. I have no doubt in my mind that the class of 2016 will do amazing things. We are the future doctors, engineers, lawyers, mechanics, mothers, fathers, and everything in between. It has been an honor to grow up with such an intelligent and gifted group of people. I'd like to leave you all with a quote I read by a woman named Sarah Hite. Here's the thing. The world is not going to issue you an engraved invitation to this life. I believe this quote holds such relevance as we all begin the next chapter in our lives. Because no one is going to tell us what we're supposed to be doing. We have to figure that out for ourselves. Now is the time for us to take risks, strive to be better, make mistakes, because we will regret the chances we didn't take infinitely more than the ones we did. I hope none of you ever settle for ordinary in your life, because you are all extraordinary. I wish you all the very best. Congratulations, class of 2016. We made it.